Obviously, a lot of that coming in garbage time. How does this one end as game 2 is underway here in Oklahoma City?
Against OKC. It's their worst field goal against an opponent. And as a result, it's because the Thunder signed him, and it just seemed like he's been seamless within their offense. A passing big, screens, help with rebounding.
And they're still searching. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, maybe his first significant touch nearly 4 minutes into the game. Holmgren from deep. Candice, you maybe think about a timeout here. Looks like He's going to have to play through it. Finally, Desmond Bane to the rack to get in their first points.
Desmond Bane doing a great job putting his head down, getting to the rack. Jump shots not falling early.
SGA, pretty floater.
And if there is a bright spot for Memphis, it has been that in game 1 they did keep SGA under control.
Yeah, Candace, I'm a little disappointed after seeing Ja this morning and shoot around as Shaq knocked down a big three.
A bit of a low pass. Jackson poked away. There's Luke Kennard, who hasn't played much, hasn't really been in the mix, interestingly, for a team that has been desperately looking for points. Jackson, big three from Memphis. Memphis can cut this thing to 7 right here, and that is all.
You have the dynamic ability of shooting from Aldama. JJJ can live by the rim.
Caruso splash. Here comes SGA weaving through a crowd into the corner. Wallace, the fake, the fire, got it.
Taking up full court, making things difficult on the Memphis Grizzlies offense. Tap from behind for SGA to get going.
Just can't imagine, Candace, what the last month or so has been like for Isolo. Again, taking over for Taylor Jenkins. Nice little floater from Hartenstein. He looks over towards that Memphis bench. For a team that for most of the year was in the top 5 in the Western Conference. Just hard to put into words.
And when Coach Isolo took over as Pippen Jr. knocks down the bank shot as they were 0-4 during the regular season against Thunder.
Look at Jalen Williams. Those cat-like instincts with his hands. If you just hopped on with us, Morant, all of his first 6. Didn't get his first point until the closing minute of the first quarter. Luke Kennard going to get his star player a breather here. Pippen, errant pass, poked away. Allen Wiggins tracks it down, and he's headed to the free throw line.
Their locker room is filled with love and fun, and when you have competitive and amazing guys, you have success. He's breeded that.
Playing DB on that play. So a 17-point game. Can Morant get himself going? Inside with the leaner. Just tremendous body control. We'll see if he can't push some of the right buttons here to get them going. 5 to shoot. Morant left open with fire and hits. Tomas Isolo, the Helsinki, Finland-born interim head coach who joined his team last summer. That is Holmgren from deep.
And that's a tough matchup for Zach Edey right there. That pick and pop with SGA and Holmgren is really tough to close out on.
Boy, that's a tough shot. Desmond Bane going glass. Working hard to the right baseline. So Memphis started the game missing 10 straight shots as SGA fills it up from deep. Underneath Kennard, 4 to shoot. Walks a tightrope underneath, and he throws it right to Caruso. 8th turnover, SGA bangs in a 3. Gilgeous-Alexander double team. This is Caruso from deep.
And right there, that extra play right there by Joe is the difference in this OKC Thunder. Yeah, it's glitz and glamour in the box score. You can point to steals and rebounding, but it's those type of plays that you're getting from different people that make them so impressive.
Final buck 20 at a half. John Morant, 9 of his 10 points in the quarter, fading away. Awfully tough shot. Desmond Bane inside of a minute left in the half. This is Jackson into the lane, and he hits. Tough little leaner.
Jackson gets to the paint and gets to that nice left-hand floater.
Jackson picked up his 3rd foul at the early stages of the quarter, and that is Williams from deep. As they are up now to a 46% clip from deep. Got a 4-second difference. Shot to game clock. Morant against Joe. Gets it to Pippen Jr. for 3. That's good. Over the first game plus of this series. Again, just 15 points in game 1.
And they're still up 18.
Jaren Jackson. Boy, he's hit a couple of those tough leaders tonight.
3 extra loose balls. And the Grizzlies just seem like they're a step slow. I mean, we're talking about energy and effort in the playoffs, 3D.
Desmond Bane hasn't been able to get his game going. Memphis Grizzlies in an 18-point hold. Morant pulls and hits another 3.
And great extra effort by Bane, not giving up on the play.
Jaren Jackson, the spin boy. Hartenstein making him work awfully hard. Smart pass, Hartenstein underneath to Dort. So 15-point game. Bane left open, gets a screen and hits.
Memphis has played OKC pretty even.
Williams creating the space with that leaning shoulder. 14-point game. Jalen Williams, a guy who really has become the poster boy for the development of this OKC franchise. What a shot, Pippen Jr. Desperately need Bane to get his offensive game going. Closest that they have been now since the middle stages of the first quarter. Jackson from deep. Crowd starts to come alive. They try to rally the troops. 15-4 Grizzlies run. SGA elevates and hits.
He is too skilled. You talk about skills and drills. Just getting to the elbow. SGA doesn't even have to put it on the floor.
Here comes Jackson, turning the corner, goes right over the top of Holmgren. Trying to come up with some defensive answers now for SGA, who's starting to come alive. Here comes Williams, open floor. So 3.5 left to play in the quarter. John Morant, 15 points, taking on all comers and hits a tough turnaround fade.
It doesn't give you the opportunity to go where you want, and I think the Thunder have to be better in this fourth quarter against him in those spots.
Caruso left open, and he makes him pay for it. Wallace on the perimeter. It's a play on, say the officials. Caruso back to Wallace. To the basket. No! Oklahoma City, if you've just hopped on with us, they've led by as many as 23 points. Memphis got to within 6 with about 6.5 left in the third quarter. But it's been all Thunder since.
Do that with up the lane screens, but he's got to make better decisions with the basketball.
Kennard well played, but Jalen Williams even better. Thunder have drawn and forced 4 turnovers on Memphis' last 5 possessions. Sweet little touch. Candace, we're not seeing a lot of off-ball screens to free up shooters from Memphis at this side as they try to continue to get creative to attack this defense. Bane, that's a tough corner 3.
And the thing about SGA that I hope all the young ballers are out there watching, his facial expression does not change when he misses jump shots.
Deflection to Dort, 3 to shoot. And right there, it's Wallace just ripping it away from Aldama. Holmgren. So it makes this Thunder team so amazingly impressive as SGA has his pocket pick from Bane. That'll get it to 17 with inside of 4 minutes left. 19 for Bane. Holmgren obviously had his hip injury. Just think of how quickly they put it together. Ja Morant up and under. He will take your breath away, unlike few players on the planet. But too little, too late for the Grizzlies. SGA contested 3. Just a bunch of hoopers. Love the play. Holmgren got a piece. And the exclamation point. Final seconds will tick off the clock. And Oklahoma City, with another convincing win, they take a command 2-0 series